Welcome. This is a BTV exclusive. My name is Quentin Boston, and we're here live from Las Vegas, Nevada at the Wynn Hotel and Resort. Marcus, we have a few questions here that have come up via email and also some comments that have come up also as well. First of all, what is medical malpractice?
Well, under Maryland law, medical malpractice is a multi-pronged issue. And what I mean by that is that to be successful with a medical malpractice case in Maryland, you must have your medical expert
Okay.
to testify and get on record and say that your treating doctor or your treating medical professional fell below the standard of care in your situation.
Okay.
And by falling below the standard of care, this is what caused your injuries. So you've got to have your expert to essentially come in and say that your treating doctor either failed to do something or didn't do what they were supposed to do. And by doing this, they fell below the standard of care, and that is what caused your injuries.
Now, speaking of falling below the standard of care, another comment that has come up as well is it important for an individual to get their medical records?
Yes, that is very, very important. And if you're watching this video today, then you really need to pay attention to this little segment right here, because it's through your medical records that your expert can then be able to analyze your case and your situation and see what your treating doctor failed to do.
Okay.
So they take the medical records, they look them over, and they essentially give you a second opinion as to what happened in your situation. And it's only through using your medical records that they're able to do this. So that's why your medical records are very, very important. And even if right now you're watching this and you're trying to determine, do I need a medical expert, or am I going to contact a medical malpractice attorney? You can go ahead and start getting your records right now if you want to, and that'll even speed things up down the line if you do decide to talk with a medical malpractice attorney.
Now, when you're talking about a medical expert here, does the person have to pay for this medical expert?
That's a very, very good question. And this question, the answer to this question is really going to depend. It's going to depend on your fee agreement.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I say that is because your fee agreement will deal with costs. Now, in general, a medical expert is a cost that is paid for by your attorney. It can be paid for by your attorney.
Okay.
But some attorneys' fee agreements state that the client is responsible for costs regardless of whether they win their case or they're successful with their case or not.
Okay.
So that's why before you sign your fee agreement, you need to understand costs. How does your fee agreement deal with costs? Will your attorney make you repay costs regardless of whether you win your case or not? Or does your attorney say that they will advance all of the costs and only ask for repayment if you win your case?
Okay.
So you've got to understand how costs are dealt with in your fee agreement.
Okay. Now, speaking of the expert and things issues that arise, when we're talking about this autopsy issue here, this private autopsy issue, is this something that a person should get? And also, are they paying for this?
A private autopsy or an autopsy in general is very important in a death case. If you've got a death case and you're thinking that, and matter of fact, we just did a video that dealt with this, but if you didn't have an opportunity to take a look at that video, if you think that your loved one's death was due to medical malpractice, you really need to get an autopsy. And the reason this is important is because your autopsy will help you understand what happened in your loved one's case. And in some instances, a hospital will perform an autopsy. But if your hospital, for whatever reason, or if your loved one was not at a hospital, if an autopsy is not performed by a hospital or some other agency, you can request a private autopsy. And a lot of people don't know this, but you can request one on your own. So you can go out and have an autopsy, pay another medical professional to perform an autopsy for you. And the prices range. I mean, there's no set for those. It's just going to depend on the medical provider who's going to who's going to do it.
Now, also too, here we're talking about payment here. Is a person responsible for paying back their medical bills?
In general, yes, you're going to have to pay your medical bills back. If you settle your case or if you have a jury verdict and you win your case, these things they have to be paid back in general. Yes, you do have to pay back your medical bills.
So is the person paying? Is the person the individual cutting the check, or is the attorney the person is paying back the medical bills?
Well, it will come out of it will be dealt with in your settlement agreement. If you do settle the case that way, it will be dealt with that way. So if let's say you whatever your award is, X amount will go in your medical bills, or X amount will go to your will be paid back to your medical professional.
Okay, thank you, Marcus. That sums up the questions that we've received and some of the comments that have come up. Again, this is a BTV exclusive here, and my name is Quentin Boston, and we've had the pleasure to interview medical malpractice attorney Marcus Boston, again, who's a part of the Boston Law Group LLC out of Maryland. Thanks again, Marcus, for joining us here live at the Wynn in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Thank you. And for those who are wondering how you can contact us, you can reach us at 301-850-4832. Again, that's 301-850-4832. If you think that email is better initially, you can send us an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. We answer questions like this all the time, and we'll be glad to help you out. If you're watching this video right now on YouTube, also, we would like to let you know that if you like what you just heard, like the video and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because if you subscribe to our channel, you'll be alerted as soon as we put up helpful content just like this, interviews and other medical malpractice videos. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel and you'll be alerted, and we put up helpful content like this.
Thanks again, Marcus.
All right, thanks, Quentin.